But that day, black people cried the blues over Carrie, and they don't even know that Carrie is a part of the skull and bones. Is a part of the skull and bones. And I want to show y'all something right here. You trying to be white folks, and they trying to be you. Here, part of the skull and bones, and it's interesting here. When you go to Alexandria, what's that, Maryland, Virginia, or what is it? Virginia, and they got the George Washington Masonic Memorial. And if you can go all the way to the top, which you got to go by yourself on the tour and act like you don't know nothing, because if you go by a group of black people, they don't let you in the top room to see white people reaching up into heaven and a black person, and a big black hand coming down. And they won't show that to most of you, and we can't get no photographs. But this is how the spirit works. I was in a metaphysical bookstore, and they had a little used section, and this book here was waterlogged. And I bought the book, and when I got it home, it's about Aphrodite, who was also a Venus, goddess of love. And I got it home, and I want to pass this picture around and show you. See, can you zoom in on the thing? Because we've been looking for that. We wanted to get something that Steve Copeland and them was talking about that was similar to the black hand reaching down. And in this book, they got a picture of a white woman reaching up into heaven. It's real drab, and I'm gonna kind of blow it up. And they got a black woman and her children reaching down with a big afro, reaching down to touch this white woman's hand. So it's showing you that they, and it says, and God created woman in her own image. You see what I'm saying? In her own image. I wanted to try to blow it up, but we didn't have enough time. You really get it, because when you know, they have to come in and blow it up for you and stuff, you know, and get them those Xerox places back. But we might try to get one together and leave some behind. So, huh? Oh, you can do it? Okay, then good, then. Yeah, she's a graphic entrepreneur in this thing, so she can do it. We can blow this thing up and get it graphic right, and then we can give it to the greater community. But I'm gonna pass it around. Now, do something. Just look at the picture, but don't start reading the damn book. So I pass the shit around, and somebody just, you know, just look at the picture real quick, and we're gonna have to try to do some work with it so we can get it a certain way. But there's a white woman. Look at, let me do one thing first. Let's see if we can get this shot. So just make a good damn tape. Yeah. See, can you get that? Can you zoom in and try to get it as best you could? So it's a white woman reaching up. It's a black woman. It's real, you know, and she got an afro. It's going to be kind of hard to see, because it's amazing how they got all these clear pictures in the book, and this one is a little fuzzy. Everything is by design. But it's a black woman. Want to get it on the tape. That way you can buy the tape. Now zoom in as best you could.
Bring it just a little.
Get it camera ready.
That's
They call that camera ready. You know, black folks in profession. So I was a graphic artist. They call that camera ready. You see what I'm saying? You know. We got black people in all kind of fields. You know, we was educated in all our fields. That's camera ready. Get it camera ready. You know, they're like people in the porno industry know what rim jobs and butt plugs is. Golden showers. Okay, got that. Then we're going to pass this around and show it to the people. I'm just joking with y'all. Now, y'all all scared, y'all. They're crying the blues based on Carrie. They're in the skull and bones. And you can go right there to take the tour to Alexandria, Virginia, and see they got the skull and bones all down there, and they show all that stuff in the museum. Here's a book called Dragon Legacy, Nicholas D. Vare. Now, the first book was Black Sun by Peter Moon. Did you all ever get one of these? Oh. Black Sun by Peter Moon. And in the epilogue of his book, he told you that before the word melanin was called melanin, it was called occultum. Occultum. Occult. O-C-C-C-U-L-T-U-M. Occultum. Hidden substance. It was named melanin at Yale University in the 1950s with Aaron Lerner. But before it was melanin, it was occultum. And it was named melanin after the Greek word melos, which means black, and get Robert Graves' Greek myths, and look in the back of the dictionary, and look at all the gods' names. Melaneon, Melos, it means black one, black foot, black this. And Robert Graves' Greek myths. You see what I'm saying? And also, he talked about this occultism, and he goes into occultism in the whole book, Black Sun by Peter Moon. In the epilogue of his book, he said, I believe that we are being controlled by secret societies, like the skull and bone, and the skull and bone ingests live pineal glands, and that's called the obscene rite. The obscene rite. Then get the movie, the one they didn't release over here until a videotape in the 90s, called The Satanic Rites of Dracula. That's your boy. What's the Dracula we grew up on was No, not Bela Lugosi. That you tell your age. You got the Bela Lugosi was 1930s. We talking about niggas that grew up in the 60s. It was who? Christopher Lee. But we still sound a Bela Lugosi shit. But it was Christopher Lee. That was our Dracula. And Christopher's last movie was 1975, and they did a movie called Satanic Rites of Dracula. And they didn't release it over here, but they released it in another name when they did release it over here. But it's now renamed Satanic Rites of Dracula, and you can get it on DVD. And in there and stuff, they doing a ritual, and the guy escaped from this castle, and this secret society is doing a satanic ritual. He said, what did he say? He said, I saw obscene rites in the movie. And the obscene rite in Peter Moon's book, The Black Sun, is the live ingestion of a pineal gland right after they remove it from the body. They ingest this by the skull and bones. Now, it's interesting because I say go visit the George Washington Masonic Memorial, and I talked about when I was doing an election in Baltimore back in 1997, and the guy drove me to the airport, was telling me about he had met one of his friends, and he graduated high school in 1969. He met him in 1990.